Hey guys, it's Chris Hare, camera operator, DP. We're here in LA looking at the new DJI RS4 Pro and the DJI Focus Pro. The new DJI RS4 Pro has 20% stronger motors, a larger tilt and roll cage, new Teflon coated arms for easier weight adjustments, a new base plate with 15mm rod receiver, and a new tilt stage that you can rotate 90 degrees for vertical video. It also has dual focus motor support for zooming and focusing, and is compatible with the new DJI Focus Pro handset. The new DJI Focus Pro is their most professional and complete focus system to date. It's built around a standard 15mm rod diameter. You can control up to 3 motors, focus, iris, and zoom, and is cross-compatible with the RS4 Pro, the Ronin 4D, and any other standard camera setup, thanks to the wireless receivers built into the motors. And paired with the LiDAR, you get face, vehicle, and object tracking autofocus. The Focus Pro also offers a new AMF mode where the focus puller can work in harmony with the autofocus in a hybrid focus assisted mode. This feature also works with the Focus Pro hand grip, the single-user handheld solution. So I'm not going to touch anything. We're in AMF mode. I'm just going to move in. Pulling focus like crazy. So good. Now I'm going to hold my finger on the focus wheel, and I'm gonna do that same move. And the lens is not gonna move, so we're gonna go in, it's gonna be totally soft. Now if I let go, it's gonna snap to his face. Now from here, if I wanted to rack, say, that boat back there, I could force it and just rack. And as soon as I let go, it goes back to his face. Do that again, I can rack to the boat. I can be starting to move and then let go, and it's still gonna find his face. It's so good. You can do orbits, whatever you want. Keep facing that way. It's still tracking his head even though I go behind him. Still on his head. I'm gonna switch to Tate. It's on Tate's face. Pushing in. This thing's crazy. Back to Colin. And this is a manual lens. This is not a G Master or anything. I'm just flying around, just pointing the camera. That's all I gotta focus on. This thing is so much fun. All right, so I got our single shooter mode set up. I'm gonna enable my autofocus and we're gonna do a couple shots. So I'm gonna start by following Dina here and go ahead. So it's locked onto the back of her head right now, which isn't something that all these systems could always do. So here, turn, go into profile, go all the way to leading. So this is great because I can just focus. I'm gonna get a little closer, Dina, so keep walking, keep walking. So I can get really close. Autofocus is still working. I can back out to this wide. Nice. And we'll go back the other way. There's Rue. Come up high. Come down and around, making it easy on this 20mm lens. Getting really tight here. Not worrying about focus one bit. Let's see what happens if I get you guys in the frame. Still on her face, so there it racks to Colin. Back to her, and I'll let her exit. So super easy to get really dynamic shots with the autofocus. Now let's do the same thing, but with ActiveTrack. And I'm gonna hit the trigger, and it's gonna lock onto her. Now, whatever I do, it ignores, and it's just gonna stay pan and tilted onto Dina. I can kind of adjust it a little bit if I want to with tilt right there. Let's see how well this works. And this is possible because there's a camera in the LiDAR. So that's giving the Ronin the data for the face tracking. So let's try this again. I'm not gonna control the camera at all or do focus. So let's try it, all right. So now I can really focus on where I'm walking. Right? Say there was crazy obstacles here or something, or I could go super low as well. Do something like that. or conversely, come up really high. I'm gonna do a high follow now. I'm gonna go into a frontal, again, just watching where I'm going. I'm gonna let her come past me. Into a follow. Pretty cool.
But what's even cooler is an ingenue 15-45 on the RS4 Pro. We had to counterweight it, but it handled it no problem. I hopped on my Segway and got some cool shots with it. So as with the previous versions of the LiDAR, it's important to set your installation distance, and that's basically done by measuring from the front of the LiDAR to your camera's film plane. That's in millimeters or centimeters. You take that value and you input it in the menu under the installation distance. Hit OK. I've also found when doing this process of calibrating, it's nice to use an actual focus chart. Especially with slower lenses where the depth of field is bigger, it can be hard to know when you're right on that focusing point. And you want to get that really accurate because that's going to affect how accurate the autofocus is. When you're calibrating your 4-meter focus point, it's helpful to either put the focus chart up against a wall or another object just so the LiDAR has an easier time finding that distance. Or you can print out a larger one. It's kind of all the same. Some more info on the Focus Pro handset. It runs on Sony NP550 batteries. It has Bluetooth connectivity that's compatible with most mirrorless cameras. This enables run stop. It has contact points on the top for the DJI high bright monitor. There's adjustable digital dampening on the hand wheel. And there's the ability to set A, B limit marks, which you can rack between. The knob will actually stop at the mark, but if you push hard enough, you can go past it. And this is nice reassurance in case something changes, you don't get stuck at a focus point.
So we've done a bunch of configurations on the RS4 already. So this system also works with the Ronin 4D. So we have it linked, same pairing setup, doing the monitor linking. I have focus on this G Master 24-70 right now. Same LiDAR waveform, right? So I can rack like that. See, I'm getting deep, shallow. You get AMF mode with this, so there's autofocus that I can kind of control on top of. We also have the ability to control the head, so let me go in here, turn on gyro control, and now I am literally controlling the 4D with this monitor. You could use a separate monitor to do that because you don't want to be like pulling focus and operating the remote head. That gets a little much. It's kind of fun though. So this system is great if you own any of the DJI products like the RS3, RS4, or the Ronin 4D. It's going to work with them all, and it's going to work with the DJI transmission system. So we got this thing going. Let's go try and do a couple shots with this. Yeah. Do we have run stop with this? Probably not.
Yes.
No. Is it rolling? Oh, it is. Oh my God. So we have the master wheel set up through the monitor. Gus has focus. This is Gus.
Hello.
Gus is focusing. Let's see, we can even add ND with this. That's what's awesome about the 4D. Just add a little stop down there. Okay, following. Check our horizon. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm literally just walking with the camera, not really paying attention, because Chris is on the wheels, keeping the frame, and the Ronin 4D is taking out all of the vertical movement from my walking, just like kind of a Steadicam arm mixed with a gimbal.
The RS4 Pro is compatible with the previous generation of accessories, including the powered base plates and the GPS module. We rigged it up to my black arm, and the stabilization was impressive. The new larger battery is also really great for doing car work.
So if you want to learn more about these systems, the Focus Pro or the RS4 Pro, we have 2 other videos go into a little more detail about each system. Those are linked below. I'm Chris. Thank you. Oh, subscribe too and like the video. Thanks.